Hey, Naldo, did you know I'm making a new cowboy film called The Sun?
The sun. No,
Yeah, it's set in the West.
you're an idiot.
Let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of FYC Film Review. I am your director, Gagne, and with me, my second unit director, Naldo. How are you, buddy?
Co-captain. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? How's it going?
Oh, it's great.
Is
We
it?
are back with the Young Gunners and
Yeah.
for a sequel.
We've been hitting the Wild West, so it's good. The year's 1990, and we get the sequel to Young Guns, which is Young Guns 2, rated PG-13, which is funny because the first one was rated R, but this one's rated PG-13.
Yeah.
With a much better score, by the way. A
Oh,
much better
absolutely.
score from our
Alan
friend Alan
Silvestri.
Silvestri. Yeah, and some songs by a little band called Bon Jovi, but
They were kind of a
what?
big deal.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. Have you seen this? You've seen this before,
Oh
right?
God, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
this I actually think resonated more with me than the first one. I
Really?
feel like
Okay.
because of the Bon Jovi, I was really into Bon Jovi as a kid. It's like my first cassette tape, dating myself.
Cassette
Uh,
tape people.
yeah, cassette tapes. Go look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one is more polished
Okay.
than the first one.
Wow, interesting. Okay. Like yourself, I grew up with this one. I had it on VHS. VHS, look it up, people. I recorded it off HBO, and I just watched the hell out of it. I loved this movie growing up as a teenager. Watching it now as an adult, I don't know if I liked it as much. I don't.
Okay.
Let's get into it. So,
All right.
what would you like about it?
All right, so just when I thought like Young Guns couldn't get more epic with the cast, like they kind of ramp it up in the sequel. While Christian Slater's not great as Arkansas Dave, it's kind of annoying. You've got oh my God, I'm forgetting his name, who played
Alan
Pat.
Ruck?
I mean Alan Ruck, which he was solid. William
Yeah.
Peterson
William
as Pat
Peterson. Yeah.
Garrett,
Mm-hmm.
CSI fame and Manhunter, and just a solid actor. You get Viggo Mortensen as his like right hand man,
Yeah, I saw that.
posse that's out to kill Billy.
Yeah.
So, and again, I think the look to it, the score helps it tremendously, and I felt like the story had more of a flow to it than the first one, where I felt like the first one was just these cutscenes after cutscenes
Oh,
of just the guys kind of coming together, but no real explanation of what had transpired to bring these people together. Now you know these
okay.
characters, and now you get this story of how they come back together. We've got Doc away teaching. The
Yeah.
band's kind of broken apart since the first movie, and they all have to get back together for you know, the
Yeah.
reason being Billy's in trouble and they all got to go to Mexico. They're all going to get hung.
Yeah. Okay.
I like this film.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I personally do not think the chemistry was that great in this
Hmm,
movie.
okay.
I did not. I mean, like you said, Christian Slater, I think he was just a weird cast in this. The young guy, Pennsylvania Pete and Alan
Yeah.
Ruck. It's just to me, it was kind of weird. I loved it, but now as growing up, watching the first one and really understanding it more, watching
Mhm.
the second one, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it was okay. I mean, in this movie is based on the alleged tale of what's his name, Billy Brushy Bill Roberts, who claimed that he was Billy the Kid and he
Sure.
was discredited. So, it's kind of it's a folklore tale and, people think whatever they want to think, but that's what the story is based off. So I don't know, man. I kind of went in there in this really wanting to like it, and I left a bit disappointed with it.
Hmm.
I still like the soundtrack. I still like the look of it, the music. But in this one, like you said, the band breaks up and they're broken up, and Billy just seems really unsure. He's not very, I don't know. He seems very troubled.
Yeah.
And his whole gang's messed up and I don't know. It felt different and I didn't like the camaraderie this gang had. I did like Chavez better in this other than the first one.
Yeah. I think I appreciated more in this one that Doc has an issue with Billy, where the first one he just kind of seems to go along with everything, even
Yeah.
though he knows Billy's such a shit person. And I like
Yeah.
that in this
Yeah.
go around that Doc gets to kind of speak his piece and say, like, look, man, like you're taking us down the wrong path. And I like that they showed him in a shit light. While Billy still survives, if this tale is true, and he
Yeah.
lives out his life, he's got to live with the death of his group on his hands. And I think I liked that. I felt maybe I applied a little bit more levity to that story than I did to the
Hmm.
first one, where it was like, oh, we're pissed that our this guy who took us in got killed, and so we're going to go after everybody. So I think I appreciate that more. I will agree the cast, the group of regulators. I guess they're not regulators in this one, but they're a little bit more disjointed. Like you're right.
Yeah.
It's not as good of an ensemble, I guess, despite adding some, decent actors.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked Pat Garrett in this. I thought the betrayal was it happened pretty quick. It was a bribe basically. He took money to
Yeah,
betray his friend. So at the end, did he really shoot him? Did he not shoot him, right? That's kind of left it's a
sure.
Christopher Nolan type of film where it's open-ended. We don't know if he shot him or shot the pinata at the end.
Sure.
But I like Pat Garrett in this a lot. I like the way it was portrayed. Man, one scene that's always has stood out to me was Doc when he dies. If it's a sacrifice, he sacrifices himself. He's already shot, right? But he goes,
Yeah.
"Let's finish the game." Goosebumps, man. That scene will always get me every time. Love Kiefer Sutherland and love it.
Yeah, yeah, I loved the Chavez riding off kind of into like this is it for me,
Yeah.
and just kind of disappearing into a crowd and just walking away. And yeah, I mean, an honorable death for Doc's
Yeah.
character. I love some of the lines in this movie too. There's just some good stuff from the crew. Like there's one point, where Kiefer just yells out to Christian Slater's character, like, "Real happy for you, Dave," and just the way he delivered it and in the moment, like I found myself breaking from the action and laughing at this one in a way. Emilio, not the strongest.
Right? He wasn't
Yes,
him. I felt like he didn't shine like in the first one.
yeah, that shine wore off in this one a little bit. So,
Yeah, he
but for
just
some
seemed
reason,
troubled.
it hits me a little different. Maybe it was the score. I'm a big fan of composition, and sometimes that'll push a film over the top for me.
Okay. All right. Want to rate?
Yeah, let's rate.
Let's rate it. Okay. What
All
are we
right.
going with?
I think we got to go with guns. They ramped up the
Guns.
guns in this one, and
We
there were
sure
two,
did.
and now we're gonna go with a rating of 1 to 5 guns.
Okay. I'm the one gun being really bad, five guns being really good. I'm gonna let you go first, Arkansas Dave Rudabog. So
Do
you
me a
go first.
disservice, sir, in calling me that. God, give
He
me.
got beheaded
Uh,
according to the
oh,
end, but whatever.
yeah. Well, yeah. He deserved it too. He's
It's
annoying
all
fuck.
yeah.
All right. So let's go 1 to 5 guns.
Yeah.
This is close to the first one, and I could change my mind and probably flip flop back and forth every time I watch these. But on this viewing, this go around, I watched them back to back. I think this one's a little bit better. I'm gonna give it 3.5 guns.
Wow. Okay. Three and a half guns. Okay. Like I said, I wanted to love this, and I just wanted to be reminded of all those feelings I got when I was a teenager, and I didn't get that. And after seeing the first one, I found a deeper appreciation for the first one. This one is still fun, though. Don't get me wrong. This one is still fun. It brought a lot of memories. It's not a 3.5. I'm gonna go. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna go with a 3. It's a very low 3, just because it brought a lot of memories. I love seeing Emilio Estevez, Chavez, and Doc. Those three are fantastic, always fantastic. The other three, whatever. I could do without. It's part two. I get it. So a very low 3. Great score though.
A low 3. It's
A
like
low 3. Three
not,
guns.
not quite a C. It's like a C minus. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, maybe a
yeah.
little bit better, but fair enough. Look
Okay.
it, I love it. We flip flopped on the two films. You like the first one better. I like the second one a little bit better. That's fine. We can
Yeah.
we can agree to disagree on this.
Disagree. Cool. Okay.
But let us know what you think, everybody. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully, you've watched Young Guns and now the Young Guns 2 reviews that we've done. Let us know your thoughts on the films in our review, and we will catch you next time. I've been Gagne, and this is Naldo, and we're FYC Film Review.
Have a good one, everybody.